Alright, so hey guys, welcome to another Warframe video, and Teer has come once again, and on PC he's on the new Strata relay on Earth. Now the new item this time around is the Coccyst Sugatra, which makes me feel like whoever's in the charge of naming things right now should not be in the charge of naming things right now. But anyway, the Coccyst Sugatra, just like any other Sugatra, is just a small cosmetic accessory for your melee weapons that will dangle off the handle or both handles if you're dual wielding, and it can be colored separately to the melee weapon itself. And please call me your tatas, I do understand that the name is derived from the fact that it looks like the crest of a cock. Moving on, shall we? We have the Alexi A5 relic, which in addition to a Forma blueprint also has all the parts you need for Vasto and Agvasto Prime. Then he brought the primed version of rifle, shotgun and pistol ammo mutation, which do the same thing as the regular counterpart. They just mutate ammo at a higher efficiency, but they're also much more of an investment. But we also have one more primed mod that Baro decided to bring, and that is primed charged shell, which is going to give you plus 165% bonus electricity damage on shotguns, and I do believe this is only the second time he actually brought this mod. Then we have the Supra Vando, which is one of the best primaries in my eyes. It has insane fire rate, very large magazine, decent-ish crit chance with a standard crit multiplier, and pretty high status chance. But it does require mastery rank 14, so if you're not quite there yet, you might instead want to pick up the Prisma Tetra, which is kind of like a baby version of the Supra Vando. This, just like the Supra Vando, is one of my favorite primaries. It's not very strong, but it only requires mastery rank 4, and the supporting stats are okay. The crit chance isn't terribly high, the crit multiplier is standard, and the status chance is actually pretty good. Next on the menu, we have the Hydroid Immortal skin, which can also be used on Hydroid Prime. Now, this is what I like to call a paint job skin, because it doesn't actually change an awful lot. All it does is it changes the different areas for the color, so it basically changes the color pattern of the frame. But it does look pretty nice, especially on Hydroid Prime. Following that, we have a full set of the Prisma Edo armor, so the shoulder plates, the knee plates, as well as the chest plate. Now, this is a very solid looking set of armor that can add a bit of beefiness to your frame. So, for example, you're running Feyark Oberon and you don't like how dinky he is, you can add a bit of beef by adding few armor pieces here and there. Also, while the chest plate might not look like much, it does have an effect that will go off every time you do any of the parkour maneuvers. Next up is the Prisma Yamako Siandana, which is a very dinky looking Siandana, and as such definitely not one of my favorites because I prefer the bigger, bulkier, more bombastic kinds of Siandanas, but I must admit it does not look half bad. Moving on, we have the Lyset Prisma skin, which is a fantastic looking skin for the Lyset landing craft. I particularly like the Prisma energy flowing through it, though it is not as pronounced here as it is on other landing craft, but you know, still, it does look really nice. He also brought the Teer Noggle statue, which is exactly what you would expect, a small Noggle statue in the shape of Baro that you can place around your landing craft. And then there is the Teer Shikara, which goes under the emblem section of your Warframe, so the little bitsy bops that you can put on your shoulders. Now, this one is pretty difficult to showcase well because it doesn't look great in the arsenal screen. It looks much better in game, but you can kind of see it here, and also the primary sort of color of it is linked to your Warframe's energy color here. Then we have the Optical Alexi skin, which looks absolutely fantastic. I'm a big fan of the Alexi skins. They just look great. They have a ton of detail and they look great with so many different colors. Now, next up we have another piece of Orbiter decoration in the form of the Argyle display. And this is pretty much just a normal display, it's just a little bit wibbly wobbly on the sides. Then there is the Ear Corner Diadem if you want your operator to be a pretty little unicorn, or once again a creepy son of a bitch in the case of my operator. So here's what the primary color does, and here is what the secondary color does. And we are slowly nearing the end with the worst Kubro armor in the game, the Teer Kubro armor. Look at it. Look how ridiculous this is. How could anyone do this to their puppy / infestation leaking good boy? Now, he also brought a 3-day resource booster, but I think it's better if you just sell your prime junk for platinum and buy one from the market. And the final item is, as always, the Sons of Inaros questline blueprint, which is the item you need if you want to get the Inaros Warframe. Now, my recommendation this time around would be to probably pick up the Supra Vando because it's a fantastic gun that does good damage and is a lot of fun. It's basically the closest thing we have to a minigun right now. And I would follow that up with primed charged shell. And that's pretty much it. There's a lot of cosmetic stuff this time around. Though if you want a fun primary weapon and you're not quite up to mastery rank 14 to pick up Supra Vando, I would pick up Prisma Tetra as well, because while it's not terribly strong, it does good enough damage to take you through the star chart and some sorties as well, and it's a lot of fun to use. But then again, this is just my personal recommendation, so if you want to pick up the swag and cosmetics first, go right ahead. And that's pretty much it for Baro this week, and from me as well, because if you haven't noticed, I'm not working on weekends right now. I don't know if I like it yet, but it's doing wonders for my mind. So I thank you very much for watching, I hope you have enjoyed the video, and I will see you on Monday. Bye bye.